What's up, everyone? Welcome to Among the Fence. My name is Aaron, and it's time for New Music Friday. I'm going to be taking a look at some of the new releases coming out throughout the week of October 20th. And if you enjoyed this video, you want to continue to see more of me and my reviews, don't forget to give this video a like. It helps out a lot with YouTube's algorithm, which will keep me in your recommended sections on YouTube. And if you want to help support me and my channel, don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell icon. Doing any of those things helps me out tremendously, and I appreciate it more than you could ever imagine. But anyways, let's talk about some new music. Knuckle is releasing a new album titled Losing What We Love. I'm extremely stoked for this album. It's been a while since I just chilled, sat back and listened to some pop punk, or even done a review on a pop punk album, which I do plan on doing a review on this one sometime this week. And I just really hope that it's good. I mean, Knuckle is one of those bands that always delivers, and it's really sad to see a band like that just release something that isn't quite up to par with their past stuff. And the singles for this have been great too. I mean, for me specifically, the vocals sound good and the musicianship is fantastic, of course, but the mix is what it comes down to a lot for this genre. It could either make it sound like everything else or it can stand out. And I feel like Knuckle is one of those bands that stands out a lot because of the mix as well. We also have a new album from Dreamwell titled In My Saddest Dreams, I Am Beside You. This is their sophomore album, and it's supposed to be darker than their debut album, which was titled Modern Grotesque, which is very hard to believe. For those of you who don't know this band, they kind of remind me of like Under Oath's album. I guess it's the first, or technically their second, but their first album, The Changing of Times. And if they would have evolved from that specific sound with that same vocalist and that same style of kind of post music, this is just, it's so fantastic, so atmospheric and dark, a little black metal-y at times, which I enjoy a lot. I don't know, this band there's a lot of textures to this band sound that I just absolutely love. They're a smaller band, so if you haven't checked them out, I highly suggest you do. And we also have a new album from Blink182 titled One More Time. It's hard for me to get back in this band, mostly because I grew up. I grew up listening to this band, and all their music was very specific to being in school, in high school, and a kid, and experiencing adolescence. And when I listen to them now, even their newer stuff, it just takes me back to that very specific, hard time. And I don't know, I can't get into it as much. It's not the same as other bands I was listening to around that time, which kind of like took me out of that reality. This band like pushed me further into the reality and the struggles of being a teenager. And now when I listen to it, I don't want to go back there in that kind of sense. And it's also hard to get into this because honestly, it kind of feels more like a cash grab than anything else. I mean, I'll probably listen to it. I don't plan on doing a review on it because yeah, I don't know. If you guys want to see me do a review on it, I might do it if I get enough people requesting it. But it's not in the works right now, just because I don't know. I don't really expect myself to enjoy it all that much. And we have an EP this week from the Callous Daoboys titled God Smiles Upon the Callous Daoboys, and he certainly sure does. One of the most anticipated releases of the year. Their last album, Celebrity Therapist, was album of the year for a lot of different people in 2022. I really wanted an LP. I know everybody did, to be honest. I'm kind of sad we didn't get it, but I'll take anything from this band at this point. I just want more of that sweet, sweet sound. And it's kind of, I don't know, I'm excited for an EP just because it's going to be such a short, impactful listen, and it'll leave you wanting a lot more. Yeah, I'm just excited to hear more of what they're going to do in terms of their songwriting and their sound. Definitely one of the best and most interesting mathcore bands around right now. We get a new single from Texas in July titled Put to Death. I might have been wrong when I said that the Callous Daoboys are the most anticipated band around this time. It might actually be Texas in July, because a lot of people just absolutely love this band. And I love JT, especially in Era, and I will listen to as much music that involves him as physically possible. I gotta admit, I kind of missed the Texas in July train when it was first coming around. I don't know why. I just never got around listening to them when I was younger. I don't know, I missed it. And I started listening to it once I found out that JT was in Era. I was like, oh yeah, he was in this other band. And I enjoyed him a lot, so I gave it a listen. and fell in love. And, you know, of course, they weren't around anymore, so I fell in love and had my heart broken very quickly. So I was very excited to hear that this band is getting back together. We're getting more singles. I haven't checked yet, but I really hope that there's, you know, an album in the works. I'm sure that there is, maybe EP, but I'm sure they're probably going to get close to writing an album. It's just these guys are so freaking heavy. And like I said before, I love Era, but Texas in July is a completely different animal, and I just love everything that I've heard from them so far. We also have a new album from Rivers and Nihil titled Hellbirds. This is one of my favorite bands. I wasn't really sure, though, if I was going to be as into them after they lost their vocalist, who was just absolutely top freaking tier. His vocals are so fantastic, and I just look up to him in that sense so much. But nope, I still love them. Their songwriting just keeps getting better and better. The last album they put out, some of my friends saw them live, and it was fantastic. And they played a new single for this, you know, the last single they released, and they said it was probably the best thing that they've ever done. So I'm assuming that this will continue, and this single is going to be insane as well. The Air I Breathe is releasing a new single as well, titled Cut. I was so excited for the return of this band, and their last single that they released, Nothing Feels Sound, was everything that I could have possibly wanted. I'm hoping that Cut will continue this. I mean, it sounds like this band never quit making music, to be completely honest. If you listen to their last album, which is just absolute perfection, and you go into this newer stuff, it just sounds like the mixing is a little bit better. Sure, they got a little bit softer in terms of their choruses, but not really. I mean, the distorted vocals and the technicality that this band has is just, it's so freaking good. And it takes you right back to when, like, the very first time you heard them. I think their album came out in like 2011, and it just sounds like they progressed from that. It doesn't sound like they've changed at all, which is fantastic. We also have a new single from Plini titled 11 Nights. The instrumental virtuoso is back to grace us with another track, and I'm sure it's going to be an absolute masterpiece. I mean, like, nothing makes me realize how bad I am at playing guitar and writing songs, and even just understanding composition and how to write a song, quite like listening to Plini. I mean, he's so freaking good. His guitar tone is fantastic. It's like a different version of Polyphia, just a little bit less chill sometimes, a little bit more chill sometimes, but it's also just one guy, which is, it blows my mind that one guy can do all this. It's like the instrumental version of Bill Murray, and I just absolutely love it. And that is it for New Music Friday. Like I said before, if I missed something that you're looking forward to, don't forget to leave a comment below letting me know what it is. Also, while you're down there, let me know what you want me to review next. And if you want to continue seeing my videos, you want YouTube to continue recommending them, don't forget to give this video a like. That helps out a lot with YouTube's algorithm. And if you want to help support me, again, I mean, it's just a simple little click of a subscribe and click the little bell icon, and you're all set. You're all good to go after that. And I just thank you guys so much for taking time out of your day to listen to me sit here and talk about music. And I hope you have a good rest of your day or night whenever you happen to be watching this. And I will talk to you guys next time.